Are you a perfectionist? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Never considered myself a perfectionist, but I had an aha moment and realized that in the past, I have put things off and not taken action because I was waiting for something outside of me to happen. I was waiting for permission. I was waiting for a sign from the universe or something to say, yes, you should take action. You should do this thing right now. And I realized that that was just me stalling and making excuses for not doing the things that I knew that I should do. Have you ever caught yourself doing that? Well, today I actually am doing some things differently. We're talking about contribution. We're talking about Supersize challenges. We're growing the Skool community. I am in a scaling coaching program, which is super fun and super scary and super why I'm in there. So I take action and do the things that they lay out because it's a really interesting concept. The vast majority of the problems that we face in our life and in our businesses have been solved. And they've been solved in many different ways. And so we act as if we're the only one that's ever had this problem, and we don't look outside of ourselves for the answers because the answers are already always inside of us. We don't look inside of ourselves for the answers either. We're busy making excuses, avoiding, not making decisions, not taking action, doing all the things that just cause us to procrastinate. And sometimes it's in the guise of being perfect. Oh, everything has to be perfect before I do anything. But that's stealing all of the things that we could do, all of the people we could contribute to, all of the lives we could positively impact by waiting for something to be perfect or waiting for something outside of us. So many people wait for permission. And I'm one of those people, I believe, that has always thought it's better to ask for forgiveness than for permission. It served me really well in my corporate career. It served me very well in growing and scaling different businesses. It served me very well with my clients and customers, and I'll continue to be that way. So it means I take a whole lot of imperfect action. And guess what? I either learn something or I get the result I want. If I get the result I want, great. But I would say 99 times out of 100, I don't get the exact result I want the first time I take some action, right? It's just the way the world works. But by taking action, I'm moving toward what it is that I want. Whenever we're moving toward what it is that we want, that comes into our life much faster than if we're sitting and waiting and hoping and praying and just visualizing and not taking any action. We visualize so that we get inspired action, and then we take those actions, right? And they move us in the direction that we want to go. It applies to everything in our life, and it especially applies to contribution. How many people are sitting and waiting to contribute or do anything or add any value to the world until they're ready? I'm going to show you something. This is me getting ready, but I'm still taking action along the way. I used to just make notebooks and notebooks. I literally have tubs of notebooks like that. I would learn and I'd do a ton of things, but then I took action, but I didn't give myself permission to take the massive action that I know I'm capable of. And I am now giving myself that permission. I'm making changes today in the way I am making my YouTube videos. I haven't changed it up probably for 6 or 8 months. I've been knowing that I have used YouTube as just kind of a warehouse for all of my content and all of the videos and things that I do. And it's just sat there. And now things like on every platform have changed. And the way they want you to do things on YouTube is very different than what I'm doing and what I've been doing for, this is year 9. And so I told myself yesterday, all right, time to change, quit making excuses, and just start and figure it out. So I did an experiment today in both of the Supersize challenges in the way I delivered the message and how I laid out today's action item and today's lesson about contribution. So we'll see how it goes. I'll do it. I'll do it until I figure it out, right? I recently, and it wasn't that long ago, it was probably just months ago, it was this year for sure, that I started being more intentional with my content. I'm like, okay, here's my headline, here's my 3 main points I want to make sure I talk about every day, and here's my call to action. Well, let's be honest. I still pretty much suck at doing calls to action. I think I forget them 90% of the time. And that has to change. We have to tell people what to do next. We have to ask people to engage with us. I should ask you to subscribe every video. I should ask you to join me in the Supersize Your Business School if you've got any type of business automatically every day. Yet, I forget. Why? I don't know. Maybe I'm scared. Maybe I'm just making excuses. Who knows? Anyway, it's the 4th of July. Obviously, I'm a little stoked about that. 250 years. And yes, I was around for the bicentennial, and I remember that one. So I was 16, and it was a blast. It was so much fun. It was actually before the family started selling fireworks, so we still got to participate in the festivities of the holiday and go downtown. And then for 25 years, I think I was in my 20s when we started doing firework business as a family. And that meant for 25 years we were so busy leading up to the 4th of July. Sometimes we had enough energy to actually go watch the big town fireworks show. Sometimes we didn't. But we always had fun, right? Because fireworks are fun. Got to be safe, but they're fun. All right, that's all I've got today. I am working on Skool. I'm working on my Supersize challenges. I'm working on my coaching program that I'm taking and that I'm delivering. I'm working on fun and enjoying the birthday of our beautiful country. If I can help you in any way, all you have to do is ask. Go out, make an amazing day, have a safe and fun holiday, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.